Hi everyone, I'm going to be explaining how Alexandrium is very toxic to us as people, the ecosystem, and the fish around in the area. With the extensive research that I have conducted, my studies show that Alexandrium is the root cause of the dead fish within the ecosystem. Alexandrium is a well-known group of bloom-forming marine dinoflagellates due to their impact on human health. They are also known to be called the Red Sea, seeing as how the sunlight will cause the look of the water and the organisms to be red. Research shows that there have been 30 or more identified species, and they are typically found in tropical and coastal waters around the world. A few of these species produce saxitoxins that are not only harmful to the fish, but also to people and other animals within the ecosystem. Most are lethal for human. It is known as paralytic shellfish poisoning, or PSP. These have been known to wipe out almost entire ecosystems due to how dangerous it is that they are. According to Marine Environmental Research, they state that STX produced by Alexandrium SPP is reported to have neurological effects on fish, such as loss of orientation, paralysis, and abnormal swimming behavior. Alexandrium it's predominantly around coastal areas, and during the springtime they are more consistent as the reproduction is at its peak point. When types of Alexandrium are producing saxitoxins into the ecosystem, small fish and filter feeders consume these, and it rapidly spreads the Alexandrium species throughout the ecosystem. It can transfer from fish to plants to our water filters, which will affect our drinking water. Alexandrium is known to cause illness and even death after consumption in any organism. My hypothesis is that if Alexandrium enters an organism through consumption, then it will act as a kind of virus that attaches to the cells, and it can block off different functions that can cause detrimental damage to the organism. Alexandrium catenella blocks the sodium transport throughout the nerve and muscle cell membranes, causing paralysis in an organism. Most of these symptoms in fish, Alexandrium causes paralysis, abnormal swimming behaviors, and loss of orientation. However, in humans, some of the symptoms are tingling in your mouth area, so like your tongue and your lips, tingling in your fingers and in your toes. You would lose control of your arms and legs. You would have difficulty breathing. There could be a possibility of paralysis in your chest and abdomen muscles, and it could lead up to suffocation and death. PSP, also known as paralytic shellfish poisoning, is very commonly known to be produced from Alexandrium, and it is what we have tied it to when it affects us as humans. Alexandrium mostly affects the muscles, the brains and the nervous systems of an organism, as those are the most important parts of an organism for it to be able to function and survive. Alexandrium produces a neurotoxin known as oxytocin, which again is associated with PSP. Here I have the chemical makeup of the species known as Alexandrium tamarins. As you can see, it's very complicated, and it would be very dangerous for us to consume as an organism, as an ecosystem. It's very detrimental. Saxitocin specifically binds to voltage-gated sodium channels within the cell membranes. Again, it would be very harmful. Alexandrium reproduces asexually and is found globally. It would make sense that they, in a sense, migrated, quote unquote, to our area, seeing as our area is very coastal. We have tons of fishing, surfing, tourists come around to swim and to see the beautiful waters. So it makes sense that the Alexandrium organisms would, in a sense, migrate to our area. The best possible way to be rid of the Alexandrium within our waters would to treat the waters with hydrogen peroxide and kind of just allow our waters to wash away the rest of the toxins and everything else, so that the waters would be safe. Initially, the beaches and such would be shut down for a time being until we know that the waters would be safe. Thank you guys for listening. I hope this really helps, and I hope that we can work together as a team to ensure that our waters and our people and our fish and our ecosystems stay safe and healthy.